Hey Dreamers, and welcome to Dreamers Unite, the talk show for dreamers. I am your host, Sherri Pullum. I don't have to tell you how grateful I am that you come every time to this channel to be inspired and motivated with me. Well, this is November. We are excited, and when November is here, what else is here, you might ask? The Teaneck International Film Festival. That's what's here. Well, I am here with a very special guest. He is the executive director of the Teaneck International Film Festival. But before I introduce him, listen, if you have not subscribed yet, what am I going to tell you to do? Hit the subscribe button and go ahead and like us and follow us on social media, and also make comments. We always love to hear from you. Okay, now that that's over with, let me introduce this wonderful man to you, Jeremy Lentz. Again, he is the executive director of the Teaneck International Film Festival. Under Jeremy's leadership, Tiff has been committed to the theme of activism, making a change. He is an activist, an educator, a mentor, and he is also a very dear friend to me and to the Dreamers Unite show. This is not his first rodeo with us. He's been honored by the Bergen County Executive, the Board of Commissioners, and the Bergen County African American Advisory Committee for Black History Month with the Business Contribution Award. His commitment to promoting racial equity and other social justice-related causes is unyielding. Jeremy, it is really an honor to once again have you on our show, and what a pleasure it is to be with you. Your work is outstanding, by the way.
Thank you, Sherri. I'm happy to be back here with you on Dreamers and talking about another year of Tiff.
Yeah, so let's get into it. Another year of Tiff. So we are sort of kind of post-COVID. Not 100% there, but we see it's getting in our rearview mirror. So tell us, what can we expect from the festival this year?
Yeah, so this year is our hybrid model. Last year we were fully virtual, and we are going back to in-person venues, although it will be at a smaller scale than what people may have been used to back in 2019. So we're opening November 11th to the 14th exclusively at Teaneck Cinemas. That'll be the sole venue that we use this year, with 4 days of in-person screenings and live talkbacks. And then that'll be followed by an entire week of virtual cinema from November 15th through the 21st. So there's something for everybody, based on people's comfort level, based on where they are geographically. We want to continue with the technology that we were so successfully able to integrate last year, and also, be able to go back to the movies as well. So we're pretty certain that this will be a mainstay, keeping the virtual component.
That's great.
And integrating that with our return to in-person. So we're excited.
I am excited. Okay, so listen, Dreamers, everyone out there watching, there's no reason really for you to miss the festival, because you can be in person and you have virtual options. So now tell us about the films. Tell me a little bit about the films for this year.
Yeah, so they're again, a wonderful roster of films that are related to social justice causes, because that is our permanent theme, which is activism making change. We are opening with a film called Alley, on the life of Alvin Ailey, the founder and creator of Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater. And that is being sponsored by our opening night partner, the National Coalition of 100 Black Women, Bergen Passaic Chapter. They have been with us since day one. And we're working very closely with the Alvin Ailey American Dance Foundation. So the film will be shown, and we're going to be hosting the filmmaker, Jamila Wingot, as well as Sylvia Waters, and another Ailey dancer who's featured in the film will be there. It's an incredible film about a life that is extraordinary. Alvin Ailey hails from Texas and overcame so much to establish what is regarded as the premier American dance company globally. So you know, there's lots of great stuff in that film, and I would encourage people to come out. There's so many films to talk about, Sherri. The following night, on Friday, November 12th, we're screening a Bergen County, New Jersey premiere of In a Different Key, which is based on a New York Times best-selling book of the same name. The filmmaker Karen Zucker is a Bergen County native, and her co-director and co-writer John Donvan will be there, and it follows the story of the first person in the United States who was diagnosed with autism. And she tracks this man down who's still living in Mississippi, and it parallels to her story with her own son, the filmmaker's son, who is also autistic. So what's so incredible about this film, for people who don't necessarily have a lot of understanding or exposure to mental illness, the film really gives a comprehensive overview of understanding really what autism and mental illness is about. And for someone who's an outsider looking in, it really will open minds and change hearts so people understand what children with autism and mental illness and families go through. So it's a beautiful, beautiful documentary.
Yeah, and I want to say that we had an opportunity, they will get a chance to see our interview with Karen Zucker.
Right.
I saw the film. It's beautiful. Like I said, there were moments that were just so powerful and touching and so educational.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's a premiere. So this is the first time that it's being shown in this part of the country. It's on the festival circuit, and it's a homecoming for Miss Zucker. And Saturday night, we have a lot of local connections this year, which is great. Saturday night, there's a film called American River, which is produced by a Teaneck native, Kelly Sheehan, and it follows the environmental story of what's going on in the Passaic River in New Jersey, and the pollution and the story of what's taken place. And the film has already received raves. It opened at Montclair, and that was the first place it's been premiered, and this will be its Bergen County homecoming. So we're excited about that. And then Sunday we have this two great films that are Jewish themed. One is a Yiddish restoration from the 1930s called The Light Ahead, and it really parallels a lot to the times that we're living in, because it deals with the cholera outbreak, and there's a lot of parallels to COVID. And then following that night, we have a comedy called Tango Shalom that features an all-star cast. Lainey Kazan, who you may remember as the mother from My Big Fat Greek Wedding, or the mother in Beaches, or every ethnic movie that she's played the mother in. She was also Barbra Streisand's understudy in Funny Girl.
Wow.
Yeah, and Renee Taylor stars opposite her. Renee Taylor played Fran Drescher's mother on The Nanny. So the two of them in action, it's just incredible. And
if you want a belly laugh, that's the film. Yeah.
And the team that made that, Gabriel Bologna, who's Joseph Bologna's son, grew up in Englewood. So there's another local Bergen County connection, and it's a really funny, cute, inspiring film. So we're happy to host it.
Yeah, and you do so much. Let's talk about why this festival really is so important, again, to the local Teaneck community and beyond. Why is this work so important?
Well, you said a key word, community. And we are a community, and our film festival is about community. And what that means is, unlike other festivals that are out there, Sherri, our festival is about building community, getting to know your neighbors, showing films for the people who they are made for. I cannot tell you, year after year, this is our 16th year, filmmakers have come out from all over the globe. And when they come to Teaneck, there's something very special about our community, about our theater. And they thank me, and they say, this is the first film festival where our work was actually seen by the people who we made it for.
That's
so
beautiful.
It really resonates. We're about engaging audiences, about inspiring them towards affecting positive change in their community. We have a track record of doing that. But it's also about creating safe spaces, particularly in this time, right? We're coming back after a pandemic, after George Floyd, after civil unrest, and the festival has always been a mainstay for having a place where people can come and discuss topics that may be controversial, but have it done in a safe space where people are respected and we can learn about each other. We may not always agree on the issues, but it's important that we can come together and we can talk. And that's so important, especially at this point in our country where we feel everyone is so polarized. So I think the festival has been so successful in doing that. And we see the need for TIFF. In the years that we've done it, a lot has changed. And there were years where we thought we could rest on our laurels, Sherri, and we felt, you know what, we've done the good work. It's hard putting on a film festival and curating films and speakers, and you get tired. And then, you know, with the changes that we've seen in politics, with changes in media, we really saw the importance in the work that we're doing in terms of being a voice, being able to provide a platform to people whose stories may not otherwise be told. These are important things, and there's a lot of lip service out there, right? We're living in a time where everybody talks about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and we need to be doing more. But you know, I'm sure in the entertainment field, when you knock on those doors or you submit your proposals, you're still getting those no's.
That's
and,
right.
You know, if you're not somehow fitting into a box of what the higher-ups want to see, your voice may not be heard. And we're providing that space. We're providing that platform to get these stories out there. There's so much great content that is out there. Filmmakers doing amazing work. So we want to be the vessel to propel that into the world.
And you are the vessel and have been for 16 years. So how can people support who want to get involved? Okay? If you want to volunteer, if you want to donate, right? Because this is a nonprofit organization.
We're a nonprofit organization.
Right? People are volunteering their time.
501c3. We're supported by, we're a project of the Pullum Foundation, which is a national foundation that provides grant funding to artists who are marginalized. So to answer your question, to support TIFF, you can go to our film festival website, teaneckfilmfestival.org, and you can donate. You can make a tax-deductible contribution. If you have a business, a nonprofit organization that fits into a theme that's similar to ours, you can become a sponsor. And there are many different levels of sponsorship. We're affordable. We're accessible. We want people to be engaged. If you want to volunteer, there's a volunteer form as well on our website, so people can just fill it out and tell us what aspect they want to volunteer in, and we'll be in touch. I can tell you, with all the changing technology, we need people on the social media front. We need people in marketing. So there's so many opportunities for people to get involved, to be a part of something that is great. And, you know, it's a testament to an army of volunteers that the work here is so rewarding that people come back. We could not do this festival without our committee and our band of volunteers who year after year show up because they love and understand the work that we are doing.
Yes, and I want to say that I'm a new committee member. Well, really not super, super new, like going into the third year now, but new work, 16 years, so it's been a lot of hard work before me, but I must say it really is wonderful to see the work that you've done in the community, and not only, and everyone coming together to bridge gaps, to unite people, to talk about conversations, as you said, that can be tough, but to do it through the arts, to do it through film. It takes the sting away sometimes, right? It takes the sting away. So let's talk a little bit about the most memorable moments, the highlights.
So many.
There's so many. Yeah, so
16 years, how many
Yeah.
films? I mean, it's just, we look back, I look back on our rosters, which you can go through on our website or go through old programs and see all that we've done. And it's just like, wow, we did that.
yes, yes. From Sonia Sanchez to Jodie
Right.
Foster.
That's right. I mean,
Right.
we've had some legendary people out here. Dolores Huerta, who coined the term Si Se Puede, who our foundation gave the seed money to Dolores Huerta. Puffin granted the seed money so that she could start the Dolores Huerta Foundation. And, to have her out here, our centerpiece film was just incredible. The Central Park Five, I always talk about that because, we worked very closely with the Innocence Project. And this was years before the last presidential election. But, to see what the Central Park Five went through, and after being exonerated, how that got politicized again in a presidential cycle, it was outrageous.
What is on the horizon for TIFF?
November 11th to the 21st is our festival, and I just want to clarify for people, the first 4 days are in person. Then you have an entire week of virtual screenings. So that means wherever you are in this country, you can participate and watch films. 7:30 p.m. from the 15th of November to the 21st, Eastern Standard Time, there will be a film and a live talkback each night, and you log in through our virtual cinema, and you can purchase your tickets on the website. After our festival, one of the really cool things about this year's festival, Sherri, is that we're gifting our final film to our patrons. The last film is Storm Lake. It's an independent lens premiere in partnership with PBS.
That's great.
And for those of you who've been following us, we have this winter-spring Indie Lens pop-up documentary series where we feature premieres of all the independent lens works for the upcoming season. So that'll kick off in early 2022, and we felt what a great way to gift the last film, which is an Indie Lens film, as a transition to our winter and spring documentary
That
series.
is
which will
beautiful.
be our third season of that. So there's something now throughout the year that people can participate in the TIFF and really get engaged, and then we'll go back to planning our 17th anniversary, and the hope is I want to do some grand plans. So we're hoping, God willing, that we can go back to full throttle and bring some of the really big events that we did in previous years back to Teaneck, because we're craving it.
Yes.
People want it.
Yes, and let me just say, I'm craving to be, this is our first time being back even in person in the studio.
Yeah,
so
see you
that,
face to face.
yeah, see you face to face. It's been incredible. And we are here at Dreamers Unite, dreaming with you. You know you always have our support. Thank you, Jeremy, so much for dreaming, for believing in TIFF all these years. Even though it gets tough, you keep climbing the mountain.
That's right.
Yeah, so thank you for that. And dreamers, we are always happy to be with you. Do not forget, tell us one more time, the festival starts. Give us all the info.
November 11th through the 21st. Tickets at teaneckfilmfestival.org. The 11th to the 14th, we're in person. The 15th to the 21st, we are virtual. Sign up today, get your tickets early, and we look forward to seeing you.
That's right, and I look forward to being there. You will see us there, Dreamers, on opening night. We will be there, and as always, thank you so much for joining us. Do not forget to subscribe, like us, follow us, continue to inspire higher. That's it from Dreamers Unite. See you next time.